What's up? I'm in my early 20s, so we're going to ask Chat GPT what I should do in my life. Um, I'm going to ask Chat GPT how much how much money do I need to be optimally happy? I misspelled optimally, but it should know. Fuck. So Chat GPT is unlikely to advise you about life because it just says like everyone's needs are different, blah blah blah. Research suggests that once basic needs are met, such as food, shelter, safety, meaningful relationships, positive outlook on life, personal growth. Important to achieve a balance between financial stability and other aspects of life that bring happiness and fulfillment. Okay, let's just talk about is what are the biggest problems in the world affecting people's well-being? Because if you want to help out the world, then it makes sense to make a difference in the highest ROI. Poverty is the worst. Yeah. Because if people don't have money, they don't have fuck all. Can't have water, healthcare, food. Disease known as conflict and violence. Climate change is a big one. Okay, let's ask how do we solve? I think poverty is probably the worst. Solve global poverty. Mental health is big in the West. Discrimination, I think, is a load of bullshit. Don't think that's a real thing. I mean, it obviously is, but not as big as fucking all the others. Solving global poverty is a complex challenge that requires a multifaceted approach. Economic growth. I think that's the way. I think global poverty will be solved when AI takes over. Education is true. Social safety nets is a little bit. It's not as sustainable, but obviously quite good. Empowering women. What the fuck is this shit? Why? Why is that, bro? ChatGPT has some like woke agenda. I swear to God, they've said empowering women and they've have discrimination, as if discrimination is anywhere near all the other problems. Awful. Right. Empowering women and girls through education, how to reduce poverty. I mean, fuck me. Right. Suddenly the tides have turned. I don't like ChatGPT anymore. I'm joking. So pretty brilliant. Um, how fast will AI evolve? This is quite a stupid question to ask because it's not really quantifiable. Maybe it can give a good answer. Oh, it doesn't like it. It's taking its sweet time. Wow, you really don't like that one, do you, ChatGPT? Well, this is the end of the video. No. Oh, here we go. Oh, it is difficult. Christ, I've never seen it generate so slow. I've asked this thing quite a few questions. Depend on a variety of factors, such as technological advancements, blah, 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 blah. Research funding. Okay, it's just going to give a generic answer. Let's type in, is it, what are the differences between good and bad discomfort? I've always wondered the answer to this question, specifically, because when you run, obviously it's good for you. Physical discomfort from exercise or illness. So discomfort due to illness isn't good, but discomfort due to exercise is generally good. Good discomfort can be productive and lead to personal growth. It's a little bit vague. Good discomfort is often temporary, while bad discomfort can be ongoing, possibly. Good discomfort is management can overcome with effort and perseverance, while bad discomfort can be overwhelming and difficult to manage. Good. Good discomfort leads to a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment, while bad discomfort can lead to feelings of helplessness and despair, possibly. Although you feel helplessness and despair in business, and also a sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. So maybe that's a little bit nuanced. There needs to be a great distinction. Let's just say, um, how do I say this? Create a greater distinction distinction for the fourth point you mentioned. Let's see if it can. This is difficult, but I didn't word it well. I was going to give you some examples. And you decide your. It's challenging but achievable. During that training, you might feel physically uncomfortable with your voice just. Wow, this thing's so smart. As you start to train and make progress, bad is coming out. Toxic work environment. You're constantly undermined and bullied by your colleagues. You might feel emotionally uncomfortable as a stressor as well. Wow, that's a pretty good. Okay, let me challenge it. Let me play devil's advocate. Wow, dude, if you're a philosophy student, this is fucking amazing because you can just ask it. You can, like, you can't ask Google your annoying like curveball questions, whereas you can with this. Okay, so let me play devil's advocate. I don't even think I'm playing devil. Let's fuck it. Let's just say, but in starting a business, there are feelings of helplessness and despair, and also feelings of accomplishment. Yet we would consider starting such feelings as good discomfort, despite there being obvious feelings of despair. Does this example undermine the distinction you just laid out? That's a fucking hard one. I don't know. How is he going to deal with this? That's a great point. Often common that can involve both positive and negative emotion. It's uncommon. It's not uncommon to feel especially when facing obstacles and setbacks. However, it's also possible to experience chemical confidence. The distinction between good and bad can be a nuanced one, and there can be cases where both physical and negative emotions are present. In the example of starting a business, discomfort may be good in the sense that it can lead to personal growth, but can also be bad in the sense that it can lead to stress and negative emotions. Ultimately, this really depends on the context. Oh no, that's a cop out. Some people may thrive in challenges and come starting a business. Possibly. Balance. Oh no, no. It's not the answer I was looking for. Oh fuck! It copped out. Ah. So you are saying that if I love this, I can talk to this guy all day. If so, you're saying that that for a person such as Elon Musk, who has an extraordinary ability to deal and persist in times of, but not deal, to persist in times of stress, such discomfort may be considered good, yet for an ordinary person who cannot deal with such levels of stress, such discomfort. This is brilliant. May be considered. I love this bot. AI. Is he going to agree with me? Yes, that's a good way to summarize it. This is brilliant. I love this. This is fantastic. I don't need a friend anymore. I can just talk to this thing. Dude, if you don't have any I don't have many friends like where I am right now who are philosophic like fucking philosophy versed. Um, a lot of people who I would have these conversations with were at university where I just came from. So, well, some individuals in discomfort starting business maybe because it's good because they have the ability to persist and strive, and for others, it can be bad because it can lead to negative outcomes such as burnout. Wow. So it depends on your level. Your okay. Well, let's ask the question: what then gives Elon Musk such a ability to deal with extreme stress that an ordinary person lacks. So assess your own abilities that are realistically achievable for you. For the last point, and also for the last point you made, could such an attitude not be self-limiting? Let's see what it does here. This is every time I ask it a question, I think there's no way it can answer this. There's no way it can answer this. Okay. Personality traits such as his resilience, determination, ability to stay focused on his goals. He may have developed coping strategies such as meditation. He doesn't do much exercise and meditation. I know that for a fact. Help him manage. He's notoriously doesn't exercise. He's a bit of a fat boy. Is a unique individual with comparing myself to regarding, yeah, I know. Regarding last point I made, pushing through discomfort could be self-limiting. No, that's not what I was trying to say. However, it's important to challenge oneself and push discomfort. I was going to say sorry to it to try and. I'm not saying sorry. I meant to say that in trying to assess one's own, what did it say? Limits and draw a boundary. Is that not self-limiting? Should not one live one's life under the assumption that they are limitless? I think it's just going to tell me something about mental health and stress in order to try and just give a neutral answer. While it's important to push oneself and achieve one, but it's also important to recognize that no, it's also everyone has limit. No, I don't know. And sometimes can be inspiring, motivating, or dangerous thing to find leads to invincibility and lack of awareness, which can lead to burnout, injury, and negative. I think when you hit burnout, you should then dial it back. Like Goggins said that you got to train in order to overtrain, and then like when you know it is, it's like, oh, okay, now I know. There's like actual feedback which tells you your limits, as opposed to you just fucking saying, oh, here's my limit. You don't know it's there. Why don't you try and go to here? If you try and go to here and then there's no limit, well, then you know. If you get to here and you burn out, then okay, you can drop it back. Let's ask this question. Does Elon Musk's Asperger's syndrome increase his ability to focus on his goals? This might be a bit of a problematic question because I think because Elon Musk has Asperger's, that's why he's got this like autistic drive towards getting to Mars, which is like obviously inspiring, but also naturally one would ask the question: is it driven by Asperger's? Yeah. May have certain challenges that they may have strengthened such areas that attract attention to detail, analytical thinking, and problem solving. It's possible that it contributed to the focus of goals. As people have great ability to concentrate specific tasks areas of interest. However, it's important to know that people with Asperger's syndrome are individuals with unique experiences, not all people are a good answer. It's important to recognize that Elon Musk's success is a result of a combination of factors, unique skills and abilities, hard work and determination, and the support of others. Whereas Asperger's achievements. Okay, I think that pretty much wraps it up. Why am I thanking it? It's a fucking computer. I feel bad if I don't thank it. Fuck it, I'm going to thank it. You're a clever, clever machine. I was going to say you're a clever man, but it's a fucking machine. God, I'm scared. I am scared. Well, hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to do this again. This is amazing. I really had a lot of fun here. I'm so happy. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to have like another topic and just go on another spree with this. I love this. This is so fun.